Hello everyone and welcome back to Midnight Ink. I wanted to do a video tonight just mainly for, I guess you could say, like a general reading. It's been a little bit of a rough week for me. Well, past 2 weeks, and I wanted to just kind of do a reading for anyone who is kind of struggling and feeling down. Kind of give this reading as like some kind of encouragement for you. So let's get started. And I will do some angel numbers at the end and some yes or no cards. So so what do they need to hear right now for encouragement for the people who clicked on this reading that are not doing the greatest, just like me. Okay. I got the Two of Swords, Four of Cups. It's been seeming like a emotional roller coaster for you. Not only this week, but maybe the last couple months potentially. So there's, with the Two of Swords here, it's just feeling like everything's constantly just either going up or down, or just kind of staying down in general. There's like this indecision currently of what can I do to make this better, but then when you try to make things better, it's just like, it just feels like it's not getting better. Five of Wands, you could be dealing with a lot of conflict from people or coworkers, or even in a relationship. I'm gonna go put this over here. Give myself some more room. We have the Devil. So you could be kind of, in a sense, you could be falling back into old patterns because of how rough it's been. Whether that is addiction or other unhealthy patterns or habits. I have the Hanged one. Okay. I feel like this whole situation, has kind of caused you to, one of two things, completely switched your perspective on life or people, potentially not in a good way, because of this Five of Wands and the Hanged one coming through. Feels like it almost kind of shaped your perspective on people. Like you could be potentially struggling financially or emotionally or mentally, and it's like you could be wanting support but not really getting the support. I got the Page of Swords, Three of Wands, and the Judgment on the bottom. Okay. So with the Eight of Pentacles, you have been putting in a lot of work, and it's definitely not going unnoticed. It just almost feels like it's taking too long, and it's like almost like we want to just throw in the towel. And You could be struggling in your thoughts about things you want to say or to people, or things you want to do to make the situation better. Like, honestly, I kind of see this as like you're kind of like out there asking for help, or like basically essentially being like, come on, like I need some help, I need some support, we're really struggling, and it just feels like nothing. Justice and the Four of Wands. You could be seeking an apology or justice in general from somebody in particular. Like, you're just kind of tired of being the good person all the time, you know? Why the Two of Swords and the Devil? Yeah, so okay, this is making sense for me. So you kind of were going back and forth, struggling with the thought or the desire to kind of get back into unhealthy habits, whether addictions or whatever it may be, and it's like almost like, shit, I got myself back into it again. But it's just like, it almost feels like that the stress and the emotion was becoming too much, that it was just like, shit, I want a relief somewhere if I'm not getting it from somewhere else. Like, why the Four of Cups and the Nine of Pentacles? Eight of Wands, okay. I just forgot these cards were over here. Yeah, Three of Swords. I think you're just kind of... the Eight of Wands. I'm trying to remember what the Eight of Wands is. Nine of Pentacles does talk about having a lot to give, but potentially not having the resources to give. So maybe that's what you want to do for other people, but you can't right now. Or it was like you used to be able to do this, but now you can't because you're in your own rut too. Or maybe this is why other people can't help, because it's just they're in their own thing too. Ah! Why the Page of Swords and the King of Swords? Okay, come on. Why the King of Swords and the Page of Swords? Okay, thank you. Of course that came out with that. High Priestess, okay. So, it's kind of like at this point, it seems like you at least have somebody, or more than one people, that can potentially support and help. But it's almost like, I don't know, what I'm kind of seeing with this, it's more just like, you used to be set. You used to be like, whether financially or mentally or emotionally, or maybe you had the perfect job and you loved it so much, and then now it's just like, I used to have all of it and now I don't, and now I just feel like I used to be good, like I used to be set, and then now I'm having to potentially rely on other people for help, and this is kind of really hunkering down on your emotions, because maybe now, for me personally, I'm just going to mention this, like maybe past childhood trauma, whenever I did ask for help or needed help, I was made to feel like a burden. So maybe it's kind of bringing up that thing, And it's like, shit, I gotta ask for help. But when I ask for help, I'm made to feel bad about it. But it's kind of like a mixed thing. It's kind of like, all right, well, I'm kind of in my high priestess energy where, like, you know what, fuck people. I'm just gonna stay strong and just do it myself. Which, obviously, there's some truth to that. Like, no one can make everything better. No one can save you. But at the same time, it's like, come on, like, where's my people? Where's my family? You know? Ace of Swords, Three of Wands. Yeah, so it's kind of like a mixed feeling here. So, why the Three of Wands and the Ace of Swords? Hermit, okay. Okay, so yeah, this is kind of starting to make sense to me now. Okay, so it's kind of like your high priestess energy and the hermit are fighting each other within yourself. It's like, well, shit, I was there for everyone else. I helped everyone else when I was going through shit. Like, you know, how come, you know, how come people aren't there for me, kind of thing. But yeah, so it's kind of causing you to self-isolate. Could be the reason why the devil is coming in, temptations, addictions coming through. We have the Wheel of Fortune. At this point, you're kind of just like, you know what? I was going to say, pray to God, pray to Jesus, whatever the fuck. Pray to whatever, even if I don't believe it. At this point, I'm kind of at a loss. I'm sorry, I'm trying to speak here. So, I mean, this could literally be like you're about to lose your job or your apartment or your house, or this, you know, could indeed be about a relationship, like, or finances, or just literally just like your mental health, like potentially having those kinds of thoughts, if you know what I mean. Okay, so yeah, I mean, it almost like you're putting in all this work, and it almost feels like, well, fuck, am I even doing anything right? Am I on the right path? That's what it's feeling like, but I feel like there's so much more to the bigger picture than what I think your mind is causing you to maybe tunnel in on the situation too much, if that makes any sense. I don't know, let me get some advice. So if this is sounding like your situation, I'm sending you all the hugs, all the love, all the prayers, even though I don't really do prayers. I'll just, yeah, send you good vibes. I'm kind of right there with you on that one, so essentially kind of why I'm doing this video. Some advice for the current situation, please. Queen of Cups. We got the Tower. the Wheel of Fortune. Holy shit. Some heavy ass cards here. Oh my god. Okay. I suppose this would be your advice. Okay. Alright. I kind of want to look in the book for this one. Hold on, just give me a minute. Okay, so I kind of feel like this is your advice, just with basically this one card. So, whether this is like the last week, for me, well, 2 weeks I should say, have kind of been like this tower and just essentially saying, Jesus, take the wheel, or, I mean, I'm going to say universe, and then just wondering if you're even like doing anything right, because that's how it's been feeling. I feel like it's kind of summarized with this one card, your advice. This is confirming that this is kind of representing a time where you have deep and strong emotions right now. And to hold yourself with compassion rather than judgment or hate, because that's not going to do you any better. Okay, I'm just going to read this. Hold on. The Queen of Cups is the oracle, the wise one, deeply in touch with their intuitive and emotional inner realm. They're so empathetic that they know what they're feeling even before you do, because they can feel it too. This is the Queen of the Waters, the Queen of the subconscious, intimately acquainted with the heart and all its mysterious workings, unafraid to dive to its deepest depths. I'm just going to say that. When the Queen appears, they can represent a time of deep and strong emotions, one where you are asked to hold yourself with compassion and nurture your emotional well-being while you swim the currents of your heart, or while you help others swim theirs. The Queen shows up to encourage getting in touch with your intuition, for there's something important your inner voice is trying to say. If you would only listen. Like the High Priestess, this Queen says that the answers you seek are already within you. Okay. Yeah, okay. That's really good. I like that. I feel like that's kind of your advice, essentially. It's kind of like, despite going through the tower currently, which is a sudden change, just all shit is going awire, how it's been feeling like me for the last week. Who knows, this could be like this has been the past month or 2 months for you. But it's more what it's encouraging in this card, and it definitely encouraged me, was despite all of the shit going on around you, you can find that calmness within yourself to be like, okay, I can keep going even if all hell is breaking loose. I'm going to trust on my inner strength, and also trust in the guidance of my spiritual team. And I also am mentioning this judgment card because I think your spirit guides or spiritual team wants you to know that you are on the right path, even though it feels like every door is closing, or there's this wall, or it's just like people got an attitude, or people just aren't there, you know. But then again, you can't blame other people, because they could be also going through their own problems as well. And that's something I kind of had to remind myself of this week, because sometimes when I'm going through things, I can maybe I can sometimes be very clingy towards people and expect things, and sometimes, you know, we get our expectations broken. And that's a me thing, just because I think that's just, sometimes when I'm really going through it, I just want to vent. I want to talk to somebody, you know. And anyway, everybody's got their own stuff they're dealing with. So, and then I'm going to see what the Eight of Swords is talking about. Okay, yeah, this is, yeah, if this card don't describe my whole week, this could be, yeah. So anyway, sorry. Are you feeling trapped? When this card appears, you may feel snared by your circumstances and defenseless to do anything about. Your fears and scissors have you tied up in ropes. I think that's what it says. Anyway, whatever. And self-doubt restrains you from even trying to break free. Maybe you've caught up in a pit of self-pity, or maybe you're completely correct in feeling victimized or marginalized. Either way, yeah, it could be a little bit of both with me, not gonna lie, because you're the only one who can help yourself here. Okay, sometimes that's a hard truth for me, even me, to remember. This card shows up to say you have more power than you know, but your perceptive or mentality is keeping you from seeing the way out. Bring your attention to how self-defeating thoughts and cynical perceptions may be fooling you into giving up. Okay, I did mention in this reading about the giving up part. And then fight back. This is a call for liberation. You already hold the tools to your own freedom. Now believe in yourself enough to use them. Okay, I already feel better. I needed that. Okay. See, this is why I do readings. Every time I do readings, I instantly always feel better. No matter how shitty I'd be feeling. Okay, let's do some angel numbers. Considering that we did get a lot of spiritual team coming through. So let's see if we can just do like a couple. Ah, 333, support, growth, creativity, joy, community, vision, talents. Seeing the angel number 333 is a sign that it's time to focus inward, work on your skills, discover your talents, and use your imagination. Unleash your inner artist. Doing so will boost your self-esteem and sense of completion. Or whatever that word is. I don't know. It does wonder for your sense of purpose and contributes to your community. Okay. Let's get a couple more. We have 2222, feminine forces. Okay, so there could be some feminine relationships coming into your life, or maybe feminine people in your life already to show you support. Or also maybe you have a past loved one that is, you know, has like the feminine energy, anyway, that is here for you. We have relationships, balance, prosperity, efficiency, patience, humility. You can do everything by yourself, but life is to be shared. Oh, that's so funny, because it mentioned the Hermit card about being like, well, fuck all this, I'm just gonna do everything by myself. It's kind of like it felt like that in the tarot. There's like a balance. Like, you can't expect everyone to like carry you through life, but also like it's good to have support too. So partner up with the right spirit and you'll become a force. Honor commitments and people around you. Don't judge, listen. Okay. Well, sometimes I don't like listening. Anyway, whatever. Good thing that wasn't lit. Okay. We have 2121. Energy levels. Prosperity, harmony, journey, waiting, discipline, exaggeration, the opposite sex. Okay. That day you're waiting for will come. Maintain discipline. You're getting closer to your end goal. There's no need to overextend yourself. Guard your energy to remain focused. It will pay off, and it's a climb, not an elevator ride. Trust in you. Holy shit, not it calling me out. The fuck? Okay. We have 55-55 clarity. Great transformation, major changes, opportunity, fast pace forward process. You aren't a victim of circumstance, rather, you are the beneficiary of it. If that weren't the case, life would be pretty dull. You will set yourself up for success in the long run if you are willing to adapt to the shift. Everything is working out for the best. At long last, you are accomplishing what you are set out to do. Everything will work out perfectly in the end. Okay, let me get one more. Let me get one more. Not 5 more. Okay, fine, 2 more. Jesus. We have 12-21. Taking initiative, change, optimism, joy, communication, messages, good news, expression, high vibes. Work with what you have and it will get you places. Count your blessings and acknowledge your dear ones. Okay, there we go. You will find inspiration and figure out a way forward. You might also be getting some good news soon. Okay, well that's good to know. Not me. Like, obviously this reading is for you guys, but for some reason this reading feels like it's also for me too. And that sometimes does happen. So anyway, 1441, unique skills, life goals, mission, sense of self, honesty, important projects. It's that time of intense self-development. Focus your mind on your craft. You already have what it takes to succeed, but practice makes you a master. It also serves to find your true purpose. Leveling up in your career or business is of priority right now. Yes, it is. Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. I guess I'm going to do this as well. I'm going to do... This will be the last thing, and then we'll end with this. But think of 3 questions that are on your mind, and I'll give like a yes or a no to them. All right, please and thank you, Spirit. For the first question, yes or no. All right, please and thank you, Spirit, yes or no. Ah! Shit. I'm making messes. Alright, so we have a no for your first question. Misled by false signals. Steer clear. Okay. Alright, and then for the second question. And for the second question. Let's see, was it supposed to be no or yes? It was supposed to be yes, okay. Alright, for the second question, we have a yes. Trust your feelings, fulfill your heart's desires. And the third question on your mind. Please and thank you, Spirit. Third question on your mind. Not that many. Jesus. Okay. Alright, for your third question, it is no. Decay under the surface. Strength waning. So I guess it just means like Strength is, I don't know, whatever. Okay. All right, well, I hope this reading resonated for you. Go ahead and send a like below or comment below if this resonated for you. And yeah, we can do this together. Okay, we got this. Shit has been rough, but we can get through it, not only with each other, but also within ourselves and also our spiritual team. So please remember that. All right, I love you. Stay strong.